Hyperacusis is a condition where you feel pain with sound. When I had bad hyperacusis, you could drop a knife on the sink in the kitchen and it would make me jump out of my skin and wince in pain. The trouble with hyperacusis is that it feels incredibly physical. But the thing to remember is that all of this comes from hyperactivation, hyperarousal, so that you have a bit of stimulation coming in, but because your whole nervous system is really activated, it actually triggers a pain response. Think of it as super sensitivity that's very linked into the physical felt sense of the body that triggers this pain response with sound. And very much like tinnitus, one of the best ways of helping hyperacusis settle is to have cranial work where you have hands-on contact around the temporal bones, and this helps it's a very, very gentle, soothing contact, and it helps the shaky, trembly nervousness of the tissues, the hyper-alertness, the hyper-vigilance that's there in the system, feel safe and settle over a period of time. And we're talking maybe having a hand contact there for 10 or 15 minutes. At first, the hands go onto the temporal area and you feel, oh, what's that? Feels a bit strange. Then after a couple of minutes, you get used to the contact. And then after a while, you can feel floatiness, you can feel fluidity, you can feel a sense of expansion, or you can feel a very deep settling as the tissues go calm and clear. And this can help the physical structures surrounding tinnitus and hyperacusis soften and relax. And it can help the nervous activation of the central nervous system switch off. So you're no longer intensely monitoring the noise. You can feel the noise calming down and soothing so that everything becomes much less reactive. In clinical practice, I find that hyperacusis backs off quite quickly. Quite often it backs off before the tinnitus does. So even though it can be a very unpleasant symptom, it can be very temporary. And for anybody that has hyperacusis, the same conditions are recommended, the same treatment plans recommended. I think it's a very good idea to have a weekly cranial sacral therapy, so 1 session a week. And I also recommend doing some body-based practice to help soothe yourself and settle your nervous system. Remember, when the nervous system feels safe and calm, and you drop back into a state of well-being, then all this reactivity backs off. So it's not just distracting your mind off the pain or the tinnitus, it's helping your whole nervous system state change back into a state of calm and well-being. And if you go and see a practitioner that helps drop you into that state, it's going to happen much, much more readily. So, and with that program of cranial work and body work, doing everything in your power to relax and settle yourself down. So don't work too hard, don't push the boat out, don't stay up late, don't hang out with needy, draining, clinging people, don't do traumatic work or watch horror films. You know, you're going to have to, if you've got things like hyperacusis going on, you're going to really have to draw in your reins a bit and rest and soothe and calm your system down. The sooner you do that, the better it will get. And having a bath or a shower or sitting, sunbathing, having a massage, lots of soothing activities are incredibly helpful.